Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play-to-earn games on the blockchain, such as Splinterlands. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about looking at how to maximize your GLX airdrop. For example, if you are looking at participating either in the GLG upcoming presale that's happening in the next 24 hours, or if you were potentially looking at using staked SPS to get access to GLX airdrops, well, you might want to listen in on this video clip, and it's coming from our Splinterlands TV Twitch stream from this past weekend. And here you're going to get a little bit of data and some analysis on what might be the best way to maximize your GLX airdrop between those two methods. And certainly each has their own distinct advantages at the end of the GLX airdrop, because in one case you would be holding SPS tokens, in the other case you would be holding GLG packs to either open or resell. But if you're just looking to maximize the GLX airdrop, well, then this video clip is for you. So here it is, let's hop right into it. Let's talk about how to maximize your GLX airdrop. And I'm not sure if everyone's seen the updated Genesis League goals white paper that dropped earlier this week, but it had some interesting surprises in there, at least for myself. And I want to talk about that and how it relates to the actual GLX token airdrop. And I think you'll find this interesting. So if we look here at the original Genesis League Sports white paper, which has been out for a good amount of time, we can see here that the airdrop rewards set aside for SPS stakeholders is 100 million GLX tokens over 12 months. And this has been known, right? So if you're an SPS holder and you stake your SPS within Splinterlands, you're going to be eligible for this $100 million airdrop, and a percentage of that, and it's going to pay you every day for the next 12 months. And for me, as someone that was interested in the GLX airdrop, my thinking prior to this week was, well, holding as much SPS as possible and staking it seems like a great way to passively earn GLX, which then I could restake and take advantage of these GLX staking rewards. So it's kind of like a double dip. But what is interesting is the release of the GLG, or the Genesis League Goals white paper, because if you look at this GLS white paper, it notes that the GLG game itself has 100 million GLX tokens that it's going to reward over roughly a 5.5-year period, similar to the SPS token. And what they announced as part of GLG, which I don't think anyone's really talking about necessarily, are the reward pools of that 100 million GLX token. And what they have done here is divided up their 100 million GLX tokens and provided you a roadmap of how that's going to be rewarded over the next 65 months. And what's interesting here is this line right here. Presale pack owners, they're allocating 15 million GLX tokens for presale pack owners. And the timeline to distribute that is until game release. Well, what does game release mean? Well, if you look at the deal here posted by 16-bit, they're expecting the game release roughly in April of next year, which is roughly 6 months away, roughly. So they're going to drop 15 million GLX tokens in the next 6 months. But here's the other thing from a numbers perspective you should be aware of. The presale packs are limited. The pack numbers actually are limited, as you can see here. Let me see, it may not be here. Yes, there's 500,000 available in presale 1, and there's 500,000 available in presale 2. Now this is important because that is a very low supply, And I want to do an exercise with you here, and I want to do live here with you how we can calculate how to maximize our GLX airdrop. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to switch screens, and we are going to talk about this and do the math real time. So let me switch screens. All right, we should be back here. So let's do a scenario where we have $1,000 to invest in trying to get the maximize GLX airdrop rewards. $1,000 is just an arbitrary number. It's a nice round number for us to work with. You could divide it by 10, you can times it by 10, whatever you want to do with it, whatever your budget might be for GLX as an example. So a couple things. As I mentioned, one way to earn GLX from an airdrop perspective is to stake SPS. So scenario 1 here is we're going to buy $1,000 worth of SPS. And scenario 2 is we're going to buy $1,000 worth of GLG presale packs. Now, SPS, at the time I captured SPS value earlier this evening, was 0.06281 cents per SPS. And let's just calculate here what that means. So if I had $1,000 and I were to buy $1,000 worth of SPS currently, that means this is the amount of SPS I could buy without market fees. 15,921. So let me just copy and paste that here. And what we know is that there are 424 million SPS currently staked in the game. So we're going to add our 15,921 SPS that we bought. We're going to stake it, and we're going to collect our SPS airdrop, or excuse me, our GLX airdrop over the next 12 months. But how do we calculate that? Well, from a math perspective, again, we know that there's going to be 100 million GLX tokens airdropped over the next 12 months. And we know that of that 100 million, there's actually 424,669,326 current SPS staked. Now, if we just freeze it and say that's what we're going to calculate this based on, my guess is the SPS stake value will go up, which will mean the value of your airdrop for GLX will go down. Well, just for the simple example here, let's assume it stays even here and remains 424 million. This number here, 0.2354, right? This number right here, let's just carve it off right there. This is the amount of GLX airdropped over 12 months per one SPS staked, right? That's what that calculation gave us. So if we were to, that means basically you can get 0.2354 GLX for every one SPS you stake over the course of that year. Now, again, if we bought $1,000 worth of SPS, that's 15,921 SPS. That means if I took that $1,000 and staked it for a year, this is approximately how much GLX I would get airdropped to me after 12 months. And that's not bad. For a $1,000 investment in SPS, I'm going to get 3,749 GLX for free, and that doesn't include the staking rewards I would get for staking that GLX either. And this is passive income, just for owning SPS. Now let's do the same calculation if I were to buy GLG packs during pre-sale instead of SPS. Again, if I were to take $1,000 in the pre-sale and the GLG packs are $5, math's pretty easy. I'm going to get 200 packs, basically. I'm going to get actually a little bit more than that because I'm going to get bonus packs if I do a $1,000 purchase. But let's just say 200 packs because it keeps the math simpler. I mean, I think we get with 200 packs anything over, I think it's anything over 500 gets 15. I think anything over 100 gets 10%. So we get 220 packs, basically. We get a 10% bonus. So 220 packs there. Now, what we know from looking at the Genesis League Goals white paper is you're going to get 7.5 million GLX airdropped with the first 500,000 packs. So if we purchase our packs in the first pre-sale, it means our packs are going to be eligible to receive 15 GLX per pack. So this is 15 GLX per pack, pre-sale 1. And let's calculate pre-sale 2. Pre-sale 2 is pretty easy. Again, there's 7.5 million GLX available, but there's a million packs potentially sold. So we can see here that we're going to get 7.5 GLX per pack owned. Right? So we're just going to copy this. And what this means is your total GLX airdrop per pack is going to be 22.5 GLX total. And again, we have 220 packs. So with $1,000 of GLG packs purchased during the pre-sale, it's going to generate for us 4,950 GLG, or excuse me, GLX airdropped. But remember, this is going to be airdropped by April. So it's going to be airdropped in 6 months. So the question here for our hypothetical scenario is, what would you rather have for $1,000? Would you rather have 3,749 GLX after 12 months? Or would you rather have 4,950 GLX after 6 months? I think the answer is pretty clear. So if you haven't gone through this exercise and looked at the variables, now you have the data and you can see what might be a better way to maximize your GLX airdrop if that was something you were interested in.
That's entertainment.